This video is going to address lower back pain. Hi, my name is Jessie, and today we are going to do a yoga sequence that will help you deal with lower back pain if you are experiencing it currently, or even if it's something that you struggle with throughout your day-to-day life. As you know, I love using props, and the prop that we are going to be using today is a chair, and that should about cover it today. So if you are ready, then we can just go ahead and begin. As always, we can start in a comfortable seated position and just take a moment to check in. How are we feeling today? Doing a body scan, looking for any pain or tension or tightness. Observing Simba for a moment. And then just breathing. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose, closing the eyes. Maybe resting the hands on the knees. And if you need a cushion or a yoga blanket or even a yoga block to help you sit up tall, then go ahead, pause the video, go and get that right now, because we want to work on stacking the spine up over the hips, the head over the spine. Just sitting up as tall as we can, really lengthening here, working on having some good posture. Just breathing. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Well done. And we are going to start by getting on our hands and knees, because oftentimes when we have low back pain, since our body works synergistically, it can in fact be because our abdomen is weak. So we're going to work on strengthening our abdominal muscles and just relaxing our back as well. So if you're able to, come to the hands and knees, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. On the exhale, roll the hips in towards you, arch the spine, bring the chin to the chest. Come in as far as is comfortable for you. Inhale, come back up. Lift the hips, slowly unroll the spine, lift the head up. Exhale, just roll in. Inhale, come back up, just moving with the breath. Going nice and easy, just taking our time here. And again. And one last time. Good job. Next, just move from side to side. Look over your right shoulder first, turning the shoulders to the right, dropping the hips to the left. Going nice and slow, gently. Just keeping our breathing nice and even, nice and gentle. And do what feels good here. This is all about getting the spine warmed up, all about just taking it easy and taking the time to listen to our body. Our body is always trying to give us messages. We can bring the toes together, maybe take a little bit wider stance with the knees, and we're going to just engage the core, drop the hips back to the heels, slowly with control, using the glutes as well. Just stretch the arms out, walk them out. Going into child's pose. On the next in-breath, come back up, using the glutes and the core in order to do so. Good job. We'll just do this a few more times. Exhale, bring the hips down, going slowly, using some control. Just sinking into the pose if you're able to. Inhale, come back up, nice and easy. And 2 more times, just exhale slowly, come back down, engaging those glutes. Feeling the back relax and release. Inhale, come back up. Well done. And next we're going to just come down onto our forearms, going into either Sphinx or Cobra pose. Sphinx is a little bit more passive, so if it feels good, just leave the forearms under you. Hi, Nico. And just passively relax and release into the pose. You want to try and open up the shoulder blades. Just really feeling the chest open up. We want to be very careful that we're not compressing our low back. If you would like to try and do Cobra pose, what you want to do is bring your hands right under your shoulders. You want to open up the chest. We can start with a low Cobra and then just push the pelvis into the floor, not coming up very high, just taking it easy. Squeezing the elbows into the sides, really working to push the pelvis into the floor as we do this. And then relax, release. Bring the hands in front of you. Just place your head on your arms and then just lift the right leg up. Drop it back down. Lift the left leg up. Drop it back down. Switch. And again. And if you would like, you can add some arm movements with it. So do the opposite here. Stretch the right arm out. Left leg, right arm. Lift. Switch. Stretch the left arm out. Right arm, left leg. Just kidding. Right leg, left arm. You knew what I meant, right? Just going from side to side. Good job. And then just slowly walk your hands back underneath your elbows. And from here, we can just transition onto our back. So walk your arms back towards you. Come to the center of the mat. We can take the chair and bring it to the end of the mat. And a really excellent thing that we can do for back relief is to just scooch up really close to the chair and bring the legs up onto the chair, and then see if you can scooch, just lift the hips up, and without moving the upper back, allow the low back to flatten. And once you get into position, you can just take your arm and see if you can reach underneath your spine with your hand, and if you can, push your shoulders into the floor and just pull your hips forward a little bit so that there is no space in between. We want to make sure that the whole back is relaxed and released on the floor. And just stay with the breath. Just feel the feet relax, release on the chair, maybe making some minor little adjustments here, whatever suits you. Just breathing comfortably, breathing naturally, staying with the breath as we do this. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose, taking the opportunity to keep our thoughts present. And just feel your low back relax and release. Good job. And then just pushing the chair away, slowly rolling onto the side. Once we come to the center of the mat, we can have our legs bent, and then we're going to bring the soles of our feet together. We're just going to allow our knees to fall open. We can place our hands to our stomach, going into reclined bound angle, Supta Baddha Konasana. We want to exhale, push our stomach and low back to the floor, maybe using our hands as an assist, and bring the knees together. On our next in-breath, just allow the knees to open up. Next, we will do this with 2 breaths. On the exhale, push the stomach and low back to the floor, bring the knees up halfway, hold the legs, release the stomach and low back. Exhale, push the stomach and low back to the floor, bring the knees all the way together. Inhale, release the legs, release the back. Exhale, push the stomach and low back to the floor, bring the legs up 1/3 of the way. Hold the legs, release the stomach and low back. Exhale, push the stomach and low back to the floor, bring the knees up 2/3 of the way. Hold, release the stomach and low back. Exhale, push the stomach and low back to the floor, bring the knees all the way together. Well done. Inhale, release. Exhale. Let's repeat this whole process one more time. Push the stomach and low back to the floor, bring the knees all the way together. Inhale. Allow the knees to open up, release the stomach and low back. Exhale, push the stomach and low back to the floor, bring the knees up halfway. Hold, release the stomach and low back. Exhale, push the stomach and low back to the floor, bring the knees all the way together. Release the stomach, release the knees to the floor. Do it in 3 breaths this time. Exhale, push the stomach and low back to the floor, bring the knees all the way together. Hold the legs, release the stomach and low back. Push the stomach and low back to the floor, bring the knees 2/3 of the way up. Release the spine, hold the legs. And then on the next exhale, push the stomach and low back to the floor, bring the knees all the way together. And release. Just relax and release into reclined bound angle pose for a moment, allowing your hands on your stomach to assist you with belly breathing. Belly breathing can be incredibly good if we are experiencing any sort of anxiety or stress, because we have a tendency to breathe into our upper chest and take shallow breaths if we are feeling stressed, and this just fuels our anxiety. So if we breathe into our stomach, then that can help force us to calm down a little bit. Good job. Bring the knees together, getting set up for bridge. In bridge pose, we want to have our feet under our knees. our arms stretched along our sides with the palms facing down if we like, and we're just going to push the heels into the floor. Keep the knees within the framework of the hips, and just lift the hips up, working to engage our glutes. This will take the pressure off of the hamstrings. Exhale, come back down slowly with control. Again, inhale, come back up. Exhale, come back down. Again. If you can't come up very high, that's fine. Exhale, slowly come back down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, slowly come back down. Well done. Good job. And then just stretch the legs out on the mat. We're going to just leave the arms along the side for some support, and we're going to lift one leg up. Keep it straight. Exhale, drop it back down. Lift the left leg up. Keep it straight. Exhale, drop it back down. Now, straight means straight. Some people seem to think that this is straight. This is simply because our hamstrings and our calves are tight, maybe even flexing the foot a little bit. They get tight from all the sitting that we do in our society. So really working to straighten. And if you think that you have it straight, then odds are you can even take it to the next degree and straighten it even more. Yes, I'm talking to you. Exhale, drop that leg back down. I lost count. What number are we on? 10? Good job. Well done. And next we can just bend our legs. We can bring our feet up in the air. Again, just bring the heels under the knees. Stretch the hips out so the low back is flat on the ground. Bring our legs up. We're going to do happy baby. This can feel so good on our low back. And we're just going to grab our ankles if we're not able to grab our heels. And we're going to try and relax and release our low back. Taking a wide stance with our knees, being very gentle with ourselves today. Listening to any messages that our body's trying to tell us. Slowly come back down. Stretch the right leg out. Keep the left leg bent. We're going to take the left hand stretched out to the side. Turn the head to the left side. Bring the right hand to the left leg, and then just gently guide it over that right leg. Make sure the left shoulder stays on the ground. So if that means your twist isn't as intense or as deep, that's fine. Just do whatever works best for your body. Relax and release on the exhale. Just let it go. Slowly, gently come back to center. Bend the right leg. Stretch the left leg out. Stretch the right arm out to the side. Take the left hand to the right leg. Just gently guide it over that left leg. Look to the right side. Make sure that right shoulder stays on the floor. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose, relax and release with your exhale. And slowly, gently come back to center. Bring the knees up. We're not going to worry about squeezing them into the chest, which I really love doing. We're just going to leave them up in the air, place the hands on the knees, and just gently do some circles with our legs. Go slow, go slower than you want to go. And reverse, nice and easy. And whenever you're ready, just stretch out on your mat for Shavasana. Taking this moment to check in with your body, it doesn't even have to be a long moment, but taking the time to honor yourself, honoring yourself for bringing yourself to the mat today. You did a really good job today. You should be so proud of yourself. And taking a moment for gratitude. Trying to start each day with a moment of gratitude. It can increase your happiness in your life. It can reduce anxiety and depression. That simple practice. Slowly, just bend your knees, roll onto your side, push yourself up with your free hand. Coming to a comfortable seated position. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, click the little gear notification button at the bottom so you can see future videos. And feel free to check me out on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much. May love and light be yours today. Namaste.